this is Federico Morisio, and today I'm going to talk about my favorite windsurfing setup. Good morning everybody, good morning Surf Scanner friends. In this video I'm going to talk about my favorite sail to go windsurfing, my favorite board, and my favorite fins. So a general explanation about the setup that I use when I go windsurfing. Overall, I gotta say that my favorite sail is the 4.5, especially this Knee Pride Combat HD 4.5 because it's a really light, maneuverable, and powerful sail, and most of all I have to say that the range it has, it's incredible. I can really use this sail in a session or on sessions that go from like 17 knots all the way to 30 and plus knots. And this is because it has a huge range. This is like having 3 sails in one, and this is really good for me. Also, it's a heavy duty sail. It's pretty strong. It's really difficult to break, and that's something good for sure when you're wave riding or just windsurfing in some heavy waves or beach breaks and reefs and stuff like that. So yeah, overall the 4.5, the Knee Pride Combat HD 4.5 is my favorite windsurfing sail and the sail that I love the most to go windsurfing. Talking about boards, I think it really depends on the conditions and the places where you usually windsurf. For example, in the last years I've been focusing more on the international windsurfing tour, and so on more side offshore conditions, down the line waves, these kind of style of windsurf. That's why I got and I'm using a custom board and also a production board. The custom board, it's made to perform at its best, especially in these conditions. The difference is that these boards have slightly more rocker line and more aggressive rails, for example, which makes them turn tighter and makes them more aggressive and with more grip during these fast bottom turns, getting all the way back to the top of the wave. This is a 84 liters, it's a quad board, and it really works great in these kind of waves like Chile, like Peru and Maui also. So these are kind of the places where I use this board. Overall, I also use my JP Ultimate Wave production board, 83 liters. I've been using it in Oregon for the International Windsurfing Tour event in side-on shore conditions, and it actually worked great. That board is really balanced and has a great small tail that permits you to make really tight turns. So it really works great in different kind of conditions, and it's a fantastic all-round board. So yeah, I really believe that with these 2 boards I cover a big variety of conditions. Overall, these are the 2 boards that I prefer the most and that make me perform at my best. So regarding the fins, my favorite fins are for sure the MFC Hawaii K300 model. This model has been created by Kauli Seati, the legend itself. I've been using these fins for years and on all my boards, and I always love them. Generally, what I love about these fins is that they make my riding way more aggressive. Like, I can turn way more tight, and I feel way more grip when I'm like bottom turning, and generally they give me a lot of speed in my riding. When I changed the fins from the production one to this one on my production board, the JP Ultimate Wave, they improved the board so much. So that's really important for me, and for the riding that I want to have. The fins are made in G10, so they're really resistant and durable fins, and that's good, right? Because you don't want to destroy your fins right away if you like touch a rock, or like even just going around, About the measures, I almost always use the 13 centimeters on the back and the 9 centimeters on the front. Sometimes I change to 15 centimeters in the back, and that happens when the waves get like way bigger, like 4, 5, and 6 meters and more. That's just to have more control, stability, and drive when I'm bottom turning and riding in general in these big waves. So yeah, I really love these fins. I'm stoked about that.